A 20-year-old is rushed to the hospital after being stabbed nearly 20 times by a friend. Thank you so much for joining us. That story does top our news at noon. We're told that the attack was unprovoked. You are looking at video of the scene. This was from early this morning. This afternoon, that victim is still in critical condition. It all unfolded in a mobile home park on Bristol in Browntown Township. And as Nick Monticelli reports, what happened after is just as strange as the attack itself.
Good afternoon. Tape still surrounding this home in Browntown Township where the stabbing happened. What's really strange about this, as you mentioned, the victim stabbed maybe up to 20 times in a completely unprovoked attack, and then the suspect running naked through the woods.
I think this is pretty crazy, really.
I haven't even been to bed yet.
The neighbors on Bristol in this mobile home community were shocked hearing a 20-year-old had been stabbed nearly 20 times early this morning. And the victim told police the attack was completely unprovoked. His friend and coworker woke up and just started stabbing.
It doesn't sound like there was an argument or any kind of confrontation before that. He just woke up and began stabbing him.
At last check, the victim was in critical condition and in surgery. The suspect ran from the home, canines tracking the trail.
He stabbed him, ran out of the house and into the woods, and while he was in the woods, stripped himself of his clothing and showed up at one of our local hospitals naked, with some injuries.
That suspect, naked and cut up, told hospital workers he was in a car accident. They didn't believe him, police were called, and he has been arrested. Inside this mobile home at the time was the victim's mother and 3 small children. At first, neighbors were afraid they were hurt too.
Well, that was my first concern was, because I didn't see them, come out at all. I was concerned, did something happen to them?
The police chief also told us the victim didn't realize how bad his injuries were. He washed up, walked himself to the ambulance. It wasn't until they got to the hospital that doctors realized how bad it was. In Browntown Township, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick, thank you. Additional officers and canines were also brought in to help find the suspect's clothes and the weapon, presumably somewhere out there in the woods.